told you that spending money was a trap that you can break free from. Stick around and I'll show you how. So I mentioned before, the moment that everything just clicked for me, I was finally disillusioned with spending money. So I was at the gas station. I always felt the need to buy something every single time I went in there, just because it's convenient, I'm already there, yada yada yada. But then I finally realized, like, okay, well, nothing's actually really healthy for me here. And I don't want anything. Like, I wasn't thinking about it beforehand. Just now that I'm here, I feel the need, the urge to spend money to buy something. I'm gonna live, I'll be fine without it. So let me just like not buy anything. Ever since then, I'm able to go to the gas station, get gas, and not have to buy anything just because I'm there. And that's really carried through like in almost every single part of my life, not just the gas station, where I'm just like, the illusion has been popped for me. Like, I don't have to buy something just because I'm at a place, right? Another example is if I'm going to meet up with a friend or I have a meeting like at a coffee shop, the normal thing is to, get a little coffee or tea or get something, right? A little pastry. Well, not me. I rarely ever do that. I just take my water bottle and I'm really good to go. And speaking of which, the whole drinks thing is a whole nother topic. I actually made a video. I'll link it up here. But we should mostly be drinking water and not just to save money, okay? So definitely check it out after you see this one. But anyways, yeah, I'm just so used to just drinking water and not having to drink, drinks out at wherever I'm going. I'm just like, all right, I could just make it at my house. I could just wait until I'm done and save money, honestly. And when it comes to pastries, I just have it in my brain that like most of it is frozen anyway, so I don't know, like it's okay once in a while, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, yeah, like I want me a cinnamon roll, whatever. It's just like, it's okay, It was actually funny. I was with a good friend of mine the other day and we went to like a Starbucks that was like inside a Giant, and so she got a drink, I think it was like a matcha, and I guess the people were new that were prepared it for her. And so she got it, she didn't like it, and I was like, okay, well, I thought she was just gonna like drink it anyways or like take it back to get another one, but she didn't want to do that. So, I'm talking to her, just like, trying to catch up. And she's like, I'm sorry, like I cannot focus. I'm just so mad that they got my drink wrong. So like the rest of the time, like she was not having it. So we ended up going to like another Starbucks so she can get another drink, right? Thank God they got it correctly. But it's just funny, like my frugal heart literally broke a little bit when she got the other drink and like something else. And I just thought it was so funny just to see how opposite we are. I love her. But anyways, let's get into some tips that I really think can help you out to spend less money. Okay, so this first one is more of a mindset shift. So shopping should be the very, very last resort. You should part with your money very sparingly. And I'm not saying be super extreme. I'm a little extreme, but you don't gotta be that much. Just like literally tweak how you think about it. The first line of defense, if you need something, should be to borrow it. Especially if it's something that you barely use, you don't have to spend money. See if you can borrow it and give it back. And also, it doesn't contribute to clutter in your house, okay? The next line of defense is to get it for free, either on the Buy Nothing Facebook pages or download the app Free Stuff Alert, and it's going to tell you when free stuff is available in your area. Don't sleep on it. A lot of good stuff gets given away on that app every single day. However, this does take time because you just never know when someone's going to give away exactly the thing you need. The third line of defense is to buy something at a discount. So go thrifting or to a discount store, all right? And the very, very, very last resort is if you need something kind of quickly, then obviously buy it new and at full price. Also, another great thing that you can do is to evaluate your values. Where are your priorities? Do you do any hobbies? Or are you learning any skills? When it comes to hobbies, I say this all the time, but as adults, we really should prioritize productive and fun hobbies, preferably one that doesn't really have to do with tech or like looking at a screen or sitting down, like something that can get you up and moving. When it comes to skills, for obvious reasons, we should really prioritize learning skills that can add value to someone else's life. When it comes to these things, as frugal as I am, I do think it's worth investing in these areas because they do provide better quality of life, in my opinion. I would prefer to spend money here rather than on knickknacks and trends, things that you just want to have it, like a Stanley Cup. No shade, no tea. If you have one of those, I mean, they look good quality. They look like they're gonna last you for a while, but I just prefer something cheaper that is also good quality. Also, impulse buys. We should never really be buying things on a whim unless it's like absolutely necessary. But grocery stores, they have this down packed. They'll have all these little things at the checkout register just to get you one last time. With strong willpower, you can easily overcome this, especially if you're aware like, oh, this is what they're trying to do. If you do struggle with impulse buying, a good tip is to start cleaning your house right away when the impulse hits. Either that, or if you want an even bigger boost of euphoria, start decluttering, okay? This open space that you're going to be discovering, it's a little addicting. So do this. Not only are you going to be saving money, but you can potentially make money if you decide to sell anything. So declutter, it is one of life's greatest wonders. Next up is to master the art of delayed gratification. So I'm still working on this one. It's very hard, but it's very worth it. So for me, something that, on an unrelated note, I had to delete Instagram off my phone and Facebook for that matter. But for Instagram, I've been finding that I can easily not go on it for weeks and weeks just because of the inconvenience of not having it on my phone. Now with Facebook is a little harder. Like I wish I could deactivate it, but since it's connected to my business account, I can't. But for Instagram, TikTok, taking it off my phone, it has been great, and I'm just too lazy to go on it on my computer, and frankly, I just forget. So when it comes to money, a good tip is to wait at least 24 to 48 hours before buying anything that's not like an emergency. Also to take off your cards from online shopping sites, especially Amazon. You do not want to have the option to one-click buy. Like, of course, that is something they love, right? They love to give you that option. But you don't have to do it. Give yourself the inconvenience of having to get up, get your wallet, get your card, put it in. Like the more space you can create between you and buying the thing is the more time you have to think like, do I really need this? So definitely something to keep in mind. If you really want to save money, you got to learn to cook and you got to learn to love it, okay? It's just no way around it. Food adds up quickly, especially if you're eating out, no matter if it's cheap fast food, that adds up even quicker because you don't really expect it. And don't even get me started about delivery fees, all right? Learn to cook and learn to enjoy it. Make it therapeutic. Besides housing and maybe a car, food is up there with one of those things most people spend so much money on. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Like you can batch cook, right? If you like get a burst of energy, cook a big thing of rice, beans, pasta, whatever it is, these things that are very hearty. Meal prep it, right? Add different varieties of different meats or like veggies and then mix and match it. Make it fun. And when it comes to different events and stuff like that, I say this all the time, but I always eat and get full beforehand, and if anything I'll just buy a snack at wherever, or a drink, if even that, but it's still cheaper than buying a full-blown meal. And make sure to subscribe and hit the bell because very soon, hopefully, I'm gonna upload a video about the whole food situation for those who either hate to cook or don't have time to cook but still want like healthy, hearty meals, not from takeout. So that should be a very good video, Lord willing. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this kind of turned on a switch in your brain about like how you see spending money and buying things. There really are other options. It's not really, obviously it's not mainstream, like the media isn't going to tell you about it, but there are different ways to go about this whole money thing. So thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, God bless.